Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's Lycan Warlord, the Stash. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I alluded to it earlier. If you saw the video, we had an announcement today. I pried this information from Bitbender's fingers. He screamed and begged for mercy, but here we are. We're going to go over it in a second. I want to give a shout out. I have a friend of the channel. She doesn't think I'm real. So Zoomer, which was named after her favorite horse. Zoomer, hello Zoomer. I am a real person, and I appreciate you watching. Your son, shout out to Jeff Saylor. And then Tofu gave the idea for the shout out. Listen, I love you guys. It costs me $0 to tell you hello and to thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support. So with that being said, we're going to go to our live feed. Wait, what's that? We have live. We have LyndOCO from the Discord. What? Hold on, everyone. Is this a mirage? What do we see here? Oh, hello. How are you, sir? Welcome, welcome.
What's up, man?
So, all of you know, I talk about all the time. I am not a tokenomics guy. I'm not a finance guy. Not an economics guy. And obviously, I still want to give you guys as best information as I can. And when this update came out, I was in the Discord. And LyndOCO spoke up and he said, listen here, simple-minded man. Let me show you the way. So we got him here. We're going to go over this announcement and kind of break it down for us and give us some insight from the financial side of things that I, reading the announcement originally, was kind of in the dark on. So for those of you who don't know LyndOCO, hello. Explain yourself. Who are you?
What's up, guys? You've probably seen me in the Discord quite a bit. Usually disgruntled, complaining about something. But like Ken said, I have sort of a little bit more experience in terms of like the economic stuff. I went to school, got my degree in economics, so yeah. I play Town Star. I'm not as good as this guy here, but I watch his stuff. But yeah, I can definitely provide some insights. If you guys have any questions, you can always at me as well in the Discord. But here to answer some of the questions today. So
cool.
See.
Yeah, I'll definitely put the link I'll put your username in the description below. That way we get everybody on the same page. So everyone, they had an announcement today about basically what we've been begging for, which is a roadmap for the future of Townstar. Something we've desperately been wanting because, frankly, we've been in the dark. We didn't know what was next, and that's dark is scary. We all know that. We need campfire. So, starting with this update, the biggest first announcement is Gems. Now, I know what you're thinking. What a terrible name. Listen, what can I say? That's their decision, not mine. But
I like it. Somebody in the Discord was like in gold was immediately like, why did they have to call it Gems? I'm like, dude, who gives a shit? This is such huge news. He's like, yeah, but Gems. Like, dude, chill.
Yeah. Well, I think someone said it. I would rather. I don't even care if it's called Nipples. I don't care anymore. Like, let's just get it going.
That was me.
All right. Oh, that was you. I like that comment, by the way.
Just call it Nipples.
Just call it Nipples. Who cares? So, essentially, they're announcing Gems. So, Gems are going to be a new in-game currency that you'll be able to buy with Town. So, one of the things we've been talking about is that Town really doesn't have a function currently other than just being a way to increase your Gala power level. So, I was reading this, and it's saying you're going to be able to spend the Town on various Townstar items, which we've kind of already done. But the gems will be a game changer because what they're going to do is allow us to, I believe it says burn. Is that right, LyndOCO?
Yeah, so normally we've been paying for Townstar items and they've been going to Gala, and we don't really know what they do with it. We'd assume that they sell it on the open market to fund the game's development. That would make sense. That's what normal businesses do, right? But now they're actually coming out and saying they're committing to the idea of actually burning this town. So it's a dedicated burn wallet. It's gone from the circulating supply. So that's huge.
So I've heard the term burn before, and I know a lot of people probably have heard it as well. But essentially burning is the idea that you're removing it from circulation, i.e. you're decreasing the amount. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That are in circulation. So there's less, therefore it's more scarce, essentially. Is that how it... Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So, looking at what they're saying you're going to be able to use these gems for, they said the complete gem system will be gradually rolled out over the next 6 months or so, but they will be available for purchase sooner than that. It will be use Town to get them. Special server passes, in-game products, new in-game content, new storage buildings, removal of negative proximity effects. See, this is huge right here. Speed of crops, worker prioritization. So, do we know if this is going to be live in the tournament or not? Because I feel like this is a game. These last three for sure are game changers, as far as the gameplay is concerned.
So I don't think we know any of that stuff.
Okay.
But I think you and I spoke earlier. Our intuition is that if it is the case that you can kind of remove a lot of these hurdles in game for the competition, that it becomes pay to win, which is just like super directly pay to win. And I don't think anybody is in favor of that. So
I mean,
I doubt it.
My biggest thing is worker prioritization. That should already be in the game. The AI is I think I'd have better AI if I rub this pin and this other pin together, and then like try to find water. Like it's atrocious. And I know that's one of the things people have been talking about. Fix the game, make the game better, and I certainly agree. There's still so many issues. We joke about the game being
warning, beta.
but frankly, we don't want it to be that. We want it to be a nice, polished, fully functional game. So I'm with you on that. I think I really hope that's an issue that if they haven't made up their mind on, that hopefully we can sway them all as a community. Obviously, the idea of the burning is great. The creating scarcity is wonderful. I don't want to be, like you said, at the mercy of those who have the funds to just get as much as they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So now we're on the distribution system. Okay, so flagship game, first play to earn economy. They act like they treat it like a flagship game. I swear they don't, man. It's like the bastard redheaded stepchild they don't like.
It doesn't appear that way, right? Like, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. I know the Townstar team has increased twofold in the past 2 months or so. But again, like, it's hard to tell. We're not seeing really what we want to see.
Right.
But we kind of know it's happening, but we just don't know when. But yeah.
I mean,
to see more progress at this point.
Thankfully, I think this is finally scratching the itch that we've been having for the longest time, right? Giving us that, hey, I know you don't see what we're doing, but I swear we're doing something. Empty promises only last for so long, and that turns into frustration. And I know you see it in the Discord, I see it in Discord, in my server, and on my YouTube comments. Like, I get it. And so far, it looks like, dare I say, we're possibly going down the right road. I mean, certainly the burn mechanism, right? And then let's see what this is talking about. All town rewards will transition to a point-based distribution system as described below. So this also deals with town power, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Well, you have to have the town power to earn, right? But
right.
like this whole point-based thing, I guess it's assuming that whatever your rarity score of your NFTs are now, you're earning that amount in town each day, and then whoever satisfies the requirements of the challenge each day gets to mint that amount of town. But now we're looking at creating a fixed amount of town each day, and the slice of that fixed amount you get is a function of the score that you have with your NFTs specifically over the total score of everybody that's playing and claiming. So you're getting the same slice of the pie each day, or that you would be now, but the total amount of town you're getting is different, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're looking at, I think when people see the amount going down that will be distributed, they instantly think I'm getting less, right? But they think I'm getting less, but someone else is getting more. I think that's the initial knee-jerk reaction, right? And that's kind of what I was reading it as well.
Everybody's getting less, right? So what the only thing that really does, it makes town today worth more than town tomorrow, right? And if you're playing town today, you like this idea because you'll also be playing town tomorrow, right? But like the idea is that you are getting a head start. You are earning when your buying power is its highest, right? Where you're getting the most amount of town because one town in the future could buy a lot, and now it's relatively easy to earn. But
right.
We're all heading in the same direction. It's equal for absolutely every single player. But the idea is it's rewarding people that are playing now as opposed to a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. So
okay, so I've got the graph up on the screen. So this graph is showing daily town issuance over time. So on the left, we've got a daily town issuance, and I think we looked that up. That's like 1 million, basically. or something
I
like
think
that?
it's like 1.8 million, something like that. If we're looking at it today.
Right. So the
something
first
around
the
like
first
1.8.
vertical line is today. Essentially, if you look at the bottom that shows the quarters and everything. So as of right now, they're giving us a little over they're making a little bit over 1.8, 1.8.5 a day million. So they're creating those out of thin air, correct?
Right. Well, I mean, every day we create town or mint town out of thin air, but like right now we're not even really sure. Somebody asked me, they're like, well, how much town are we minting every day now? And I'm like, God, I don't even know, because it's going right to your treasure chests, and like it's not all going to the blockchain, so we don't know how much is really being created each day. So we don't know if this is like this initial like 1.8 is higher or lower than what we're currently producing each day. I'm assuming it's around about the same amount, so it doesn't shock the system in either way. I'm assuming they're like, this is a good number to start with because it's where we're already at, and then we're just going to get less and less from here. So
okay, and that's a fair point, right? Because I don't necessarily mint every day. Right? I don't know a lot of people. Maybe people that are making more, making 4 or 5 figures worth of town would mint every day. But I know I haven't minted in a while. But
yeah, it seems silly.
That makes sense, though.
It's kind of hard to gauge how much town is being produced each day at this point. So
essentially what this graph is telling us, between now and the end of this year, we're going to go from making 1.8 some odd million town coins a day, creating them, to somewhere in the 0.6, so 600,000.
Like 700,000 town a day.
So that's a huge.
Like it's huge.
It's over a million drop. Yeah.
They're basically taking, so like right now the amount of town that's produced each day is dependent on like us and how many NFTs are sold, and it's not something they can control. But what they're doing is they're taking control of it, and they're making sure that it's not deflationary, but the inflation rate is decreasing. So it's just like Bitcoin, right?
Okay.
And instead of having every X amount of years or months or whatever, it's on a daily basis. It seems.
Okay.
That's what they made it sound like. So.
Okay. So essentially, following this graph down the timeline, 2027 they'd be making, 100,000 a day. Yeah, at most. So,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that obviously less is more, right, as they say. But yeah, so that was one thing I was confused as well. I get the idea of scarcity and the idea that the rarer it is, the more valuable. I get that, and it was, I think, combining it with the burn, like you talked about earlier. They're making less. They're giving you a way to burn them, so there's even less in circulation. So hypothetically, right, if they burned, somebody could burn so there was only like 100,000 left in circulation, or less than that, right? Like,
yeah, in theory, you could, if somebody was minting it all and just buying it all off the secondary and burning it, yeah, at one point. But there'd be enough demand at 1,000 town coin that each would be like, I don't know what the math is on it, but like $1,000 each.
Right. No, but what I'm saying, hypothetically, there's no control mechanism on that. Like once they set the burn wallet live, that's just it's it, right? It's live.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I can always redirect where. Actually, I'm not really sure. I don't know how they're going to deploy it.
Okay.
But it could be. I'm sure it's reversible, if that's what you're saying.
I got you. Yeah. Like if somebody just takes a dump and wait, what happened?
Just burns the whole thing. Like
burn it all down, baby. So this was the total daily amount of town in the reward pool would be affected. So the reward pool is that pie we talked about earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will be affected by the number of daily active players. So daily, the circumference of that pie is gonna shift in or out depending not only on the days as we go on, but how many people are active during the day. So you'll have a greater reward potential when they own a larger, rare collection of NFTs. And that's the slice of the pie that you talked about earlier.
Yeah, I think somebody in your Discord also mentioned the idea of like this sort of disincentivizes user growth, right? Because we don't really want to bring on more people because then we have to split with more people. But I think in aggregate, it's probably a better thing that the game gets bigger, right? That more people are buying gems, and it's just the whole ecosystem gets bigger.
You brought up Bitcoin earlier, right? And most of us, I don't have a whole Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, if you think of it in scope of that, right? Fractions of a town coin in the future would be viable to be earned. So, I can
Yeah,
see
I
that,
think
but
I think for anybody that wants to like understand where they're trying to head with it, just consider Towncoin Bitcoin, right? Like they're trying to make it like Bitcoin.
okay.
So if you like the tokenomics of Bitcoin and if you idealize that, which a lot of people do because it's been fantastic,
Yeah.
yeah, we kind of like that. So
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I am trying to bring as many people in because I want to help as many people as possible. So that goes against what I'm focusing on, but I can understand that idea, right? More slices of the pie means you're getting less out of it. I get that. But I mean, honestly, we're talking millions of town right now, and it seems silly that we're like, well, I don't want to give away my 14th of a town to somebody else, kind of.
just get it now. It's
Yeah.
going to happen without you, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the same thing with Bitcoin. You want adoption. You want people using Bitcoin. Because if you have Bitcoin but nobody's using it, then you're like, my Bitcoin sucks. It's not worth anything. So like, you want more people coming in, utilizing it, and using it for town power, right? Because when more players come in, if they want to earn, they're going to need to essentially stake town by having it as town power and just holding
Right.
it,
In the
not
wallet.
doing anything
Right.
with it,
Okay.
right? So the more people that come in, the more town that's utilized for town power and gems and all these other things. Like, it's a net positive action for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you're the guy. I'm just here. All right. I got a mustache.
Well, I'm just guessing. Economics is just a big old guess, but
Well, that's.
Theory.
I mean, this. You certainly got more. You can certainly answer a whole lot of questions than I can. I'm just here reading the text and going, huh? What? My caveman brain's scratching. Okay, so this is something interesting. We talked about removal of town earning NFTs from the store. So as part of the reward restructuring, they're going to remove them temporarily from the town store, which you talked about. We're going to bring more people in, and they're going to have a need for the NFTs. And they're saying OpenSea. I feel like they have them and OpenSea have a, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not symbiotic relationship. They're in each other's pockets. Is that
well, I mean, yeah, so I think the Town Star items are 5% royalties go to Gala.
Now I understand. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so if you look at the total volume of like Town Star as a collection, I mean, it's encompassing things like Spider Tanks and stuff because they were minted under the same contract. But
Okay.
yeah, it's not like it's not lucrative,
Right. No, I got it. I mean, hey, listen.
right?
Hey, I'm not mad. I'm just curious, right?
No, but I mean, it's good for us. It's good for the people holding NFTs, right? Because they've committed to not selling more inflation-causing NFTs.
Right.
Right.
More
So, like,
NFTs in the market means less scarcity. Means, yeah. I'm tracking. Okay. So they said this is going to take place before the end of April, but town earnings will continue in the current distribution model until we are ready to switch over. So we're not there yet, but they're telling us it's coming. Okay. Again, that's what a roadmap is. That's what we've been wanting, right? So, other things to look forward to. Market board lending system. So this is the rental system we talked about. Let players earn rewards while allowing NFT owners to share passively. It's still an important part of Townstar, but it's delayed until TBA. See, I don't like TBA. I don't like that at all.
I don't think any of us have really enjoyed that with with Gala.
Yeah, it just frustrates me because that's my plan, right? I want to bring everybody in. Oh, excuse me. Click the link. What did I click on? Lord have mercy. Where'd it go? Oh, Lord, I killed it. Hold on. Give me a second, baby. Give me a second. What I did. I done
That
broke
Louisiana voice, it comes to you very natural.
Lord,
right?
I done broke it. I don't know what the hell I did. Where the hell did I put it? Hold on, guys. I got to find the damn link again. Where?
I mean, the whole like lending system, I'm assuming is like pretty much built out. You saw the screenshots and stuff at Galaverse, right? Like in
Yeah,
Elliot
yeah,
Cannon
it's
going
definitely
over
there.
It's there. It's just sort of like it's kind of like bringing in the Miranda's Fox, right? It's sort of like it doesn't seem that hard of a concept to do, but they just sort of got to do it because there's only so many people on the team. But I don't know. It sounds like they're beefing up the team. It sounds like they're getting shit done. You'd like to think that a lot of the back end of it is done, and that it's sort of just like, hey, let's prioritize making town coin worth something so people give a shit. But
yeah, when I originally read over this, that's the one thing that frustrates me is because again, I'm trying to bring as many people in as possible, and more important, I'm trying to help as many people as possible, and that's really where the rental system came in for me. Of course, I want it to come out and be functional, and I want it to be working, but it does seem like it is there. So I would almost say it's probably Gala Chain we're waiting on, and that's, I know I posted about Town Crush and helping test that, right? We all need Gala Chain. So, all right, gathering new players. Townstar is aggressively pursuing.
Sorry, something interesting too. Like, I think they may be saying TBA because they don't want to give any promises on Gala Chain because they've already been there and done that, and then they've realized it's been a little bit harder than they thought. And yeah, so I asked Benny in the in I don't know one of the Discord channels, and I was like, is there plans to add, or for these new games, all these new games that are coming, are they going to be launching on a private database and then we can mint to Ethereum, or are we waiting for Gala Chain like Spider Tanks was? And he said that's the plan, referring to the idea that they will be on a private database and you'll be able to mint just like the treasure chest. So
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm laughing because I remember I want to say, I think it was Elliot told me like January for Gala Chain and at Galaverse, and I was like, hell yeah, January. And well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
So I'm gonna read these two together. They're pushing for new players. Mayhem is coming back. That was another announcement I haven't made yet. But were you around for Mayhem last year?
I was not.
Okay, so that's
But
actually
I
when
I heard it was like big time.
I mean, that's how I started playing Townstar. Was I actually got a Brave ad. Shout out to Brave Browser with their ads giving me free bat. I clicked on it because I saw Farmville, and here we are. You know, so when I saw Mayhem, I mentioned Benny in a comment. And of course, he didn't reply, but Law Tank and Bitbender did. I said, I'm not sure if launching Mayhem on a game server that doesn't have mines is going to be that great. I am all for Mayhem. Yeah, I did it this morning. Server's not ready. We got 15 days to get the server ready if they're going to be bringing it back for Mayhem, which is fine. I'm all pro Mayhem. It's just where are we going to put it? You know, they've mentioned Spider Tanks. I just did a video uploaded. They alluded that Spider Tanks is going to be part of it, which is fantastic. But man, we need Townstar to kind of get its shit together, you know. And I mean, this is a great plan, and I'm fine, but just giving the plan is step one. We've got to start putting them things into action. You know what I mean? Like it's been 3 months. We need something. This update wasn't it, and I'm hoping that we can maybe move past this, I guess, hopefully. I don't know. But no, we're looking at Townstar AMA. So we got an AMA on the 19th.
That's right.
Somebody commented earlier, I didn't realize it's been since like November since we had our last AMA on Townstar. Which, yeah, I guess that's another thing, right?
Forever.
We talked about like lack of information, right? We were getting AMAs all the time, and then it stopped, and then obviously the fall of the Great One, and then okay, fine, let's bring AMA back. I don't think it needs to be every week, but certainly more pushing forward. I think everybody would appreciate. Okay, so this is it. We'll talk about questions about the roadmap, discuss all the excitement on the horizon. So April 19th, that is what? Monday? No, Tuesday. So I guess that means we're not getting a weekly tournament.
Yeah, I think it's pushed off a bit.
We're going to give you an AMA instead. How about that?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Pretty much.
All right, cool. So that's done, guys. I'm going to put a link to this below in the video. Yeah. Okay, awesome. I feel like we got some bases covered here.
Overall, I think it's fantastic. It's one of the issues that's been plaguing Townstar for a long time, the tokenomics of town, and to have this and to have it to such a degree where they're handling both the inflation at the NFT level and then the burning of town and then giving town utility with gems, and then being able to control predictably the minting of town and making it similar to Bitcoin in that decreasing inflation rate. It's all really, really, really fantastic stuff. Like we want players coming in, and we were talking about this earlier. They're going to need that carrot to be dangled so that they give a shit about the game to start. and then they get in and then they start playing. They're like, oh, this is a decent game. You know, the mines are here and they work, and um, and my workers, like the AI works decently and all this stuff, and they're like, oh, this is a fun game. But I think town being something worth playing to earn is something that's critical for the game. So it's good to see them do this, especially because it doesn't really take much tech, right? It's just sort of some adjustments in some places. Like, you know, I don't want to underwrite it as something like
so easy a caveman could do it.
Right, exactly. So easy like him could do it.
That's right. Give me some code, I'll do it. Direct it all to my wallet. That's gonna be the BURNNN wallet from now on. Send it all there, baby. Yeah, I think you brought it up earlier. You said there's if you look at everything that they're saying they're gonna do, if they even did just one of these, it would be a huge step forward. But the fact that they're doing all of these is a massive step forward. Humongous, massive.
Yeah, I've said, actually messaged Bitbender tonight, and I was like, this is my most hopeful day of being part of Gala so far. And I've been here since about October, late October. So this is the best day. This is the day that I'm like, we're listening to the community, we're making changes, we're going back on our word, you know, saying we're not going to burn town, like we're adjusting. You know, it's the most hopeful I've been in the future of Gala in a really long time. So,
well,
it's exciting.
I you know, again, going from a knee-jerk reaction of just reading it and posting in Discord to obviously our discussion today, I mean, I do feel better about it. So I hope everyone else does.
You know, you brought up something like really important, which was sort of this idea that, oh, they're going to be making us spend our town now. I'm screwed. You know, just another thing I'm going to buy. And I was like, that's a really, because I didn't have that perspective when I read it, but I thought that was interesting. But because it can be toxic if the game was toggled to where it was impossible to play unless you were buying some degree of gems. Mm-hmm. So, and I think that was your concern, which right. I can't imagine they would do that, because that would so bad. But right. I'm more optimistic that you can play the game as you've been playing it. But you know, if I keep using this sort of example, if you're a whale that's making 9,000 town a day, but it takes you 6 hours to basically complete all the increasingly difficult challenges that they're going to start implementing, to earn that, and it takes you 6 hours to earn all of that town coin, you'd rather just spend 3,000 town on gems to earn your 6,000 town, or your 9,000 total, but your 6,000 profit immediately, or within like 45 minutes, something like that. That's where we look at the mass burning of town. You know, people like you, people like me probably aren't going to be burning their town for gems, but there are going to be certain people that will, and that'll be really good for the ecosystem. So I don't think we're, you know, it's much to be concerned about in terms of having to buy gems. At least I hope that's the case. It's not up to me.
I think that makes more sense the way you just explained it. Yeah, I mean, paying if you have the surplus to pay for the speed ups, then you would, and that also helps everyone. So it would be a win-win for the whales. So,
but at the same time, if you're currently watching this video and minting 10,000 town a day, you should probably expect to be buying some gems if you don't want to be like, because this whole the last Townstar update we got with the new director of Townstar, they were talking about the Ledger of Truth, which basically means that on the client side you can't fudge your production numbers or anything like that. Which
you mean I can't cheat anymore? What? I can't cheat? What? Huh?
Exactly, right? So it's nice to have this Ledger of Truth, so they can effectively now implement these increasingly hard challenges for earning a ton of town, which is great too. So
right.
that'll breed the need for buying gems and this whole ecosystem that they're building. So
cool. Well, all right. Any last thoughts, sir?
I'm stoked.
Okay. Stoked.
No, I think it's great. I think it's all fantastic. They've been listening. I mean, there's one other community member, Jay Moria, and I, that have literally proposed this exact idea of the minting a certain amount of town each day and then decreasing it over time. Mm-hmm. Watch, I'll find the comment. I'll send it. I'll DM it to you. But they're listening to us. They're They're doing good stuff. So
Wait.
it just takes
Are you
some
saying
time
they're
and
willing to admit that they were wrong about something? Wait.
Actually, they didn't admit they were wrong.
Okay, so no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Right. Maybe that's too much to
That's
expect,
too much to
but-
ask right now. We'll give
But
it some
their
time.
actions are admitting that they were wrong.
Right. Okay.
But
All right.
whatever.
We'll take
Whatever
it.
makes us feel better, right?
Yeah, that's it. All right, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out. We got LyndOCO on the video. If you had enjoyed this, I'm going to leave the Discord down below if you want to hit him up and ask him some annoying questions instead of me, because I don't know the answer. Is that okay with you, sir?
That's fine.
Okay.
Happy to answer.
All right, everybody. My name is Lycan Warlord. That's LyndOCO. I am the Stash. I love you all. Take care. And I will see you on the live stream. Let's go Gala, baby. Back on Team Gala. Bandwagon jumped on. Bye.
Let's do it.
Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. I wanted to shout out my Patreons. My patrons from Patreon. My patrons from Patreon. Thank you very much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. This is my first end video, so we're going to use this from now on. I'll get it better. Maybe eventually if we got more, I'll scroll or something. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But thank you all. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you all. The link for Patreon's below. Also, any way you guys feel like supporting me, I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is going to help me keep making content that hopefully you guys enjoy. So thank you. I love you.